it's NAU TVs, right? Because I think Danny set it up for me.
What do you use when you go on the road?
I have my own cable.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yep, because I think before the first game of the year, Danny set that up.
I know you go on in like 2 minutes.
What's that?
I know you go on in 2 minutes, but Big Sky tweeted out that Weber State's at second and Montana's at fourth. But the website says Montana's at two.
We don't. Okay. Yeah. Go with what we've got. So
Okay.
right now, there's a tie for second
Yeah.
and a tie for sixth.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Just focus in on the simple, like I
That's
said.
what I'm saying. They're trying to update a graphic and they're trying to figure it out.
We focus in on the simple, make it easy as possible for the folks to understand what we're talking about.
Got it.
And like I said, like Bears can go 2 to 4, we can go 6 to 8. So we need to win to get a bye. They need to win to finish second. They have to win to finish second. Tied for second place in the Big Sky Conference. It's the Bears here tonight. They're tied with Montana, as you just mentioned, the Grizzlies, and then Weber State. So for the Bears, here's the thing that they want. They want that second place finish because the way that the bracket is set up for the Big Sky Conference, it's designed to protect the 1 and the 2 seeds. That they have the best chance in the way the bracket is designed to make a run to a championship. If you're a 1 seed or the 2 seed, it's designed to protect them. So, yeah, finishing second for the Bears, they must beat us tonight in order to have a chance to finish second. They're going to need a little bit of help, though, just like we're going to need a little bit of help to finish sixth if we win.
Yeah, and for us, finishing sixth, Idaho State, like you said, needs to lose. Idaho State, Northern Arizona, Portland State, those are the 3 teams right now fighting for that 6th seed. They all could win and have the same record. Idaho State will get that 6th seed. And what's so important is it's 3 teams fighting for 1 spot. It's not like they'll get the 5 and the 6, so 2 of them out of the 3 will have a bye. It's just that 1 team gets a bye. The other 2 teams will be playing on that first opening day of the tournament.
It's crazy. I mean, the tie-breaking scenarios, and I've had a chance to go through them all and look at all the different possibilities with literally 1 game to go in the season, right? There's so many tie-breaking possibilities. It's like trying to solve for X in a high-level calculus equation. It's not easy, but those folks with the Big Sky Conference, they got it all figured out for us, and we know the simple truths about tonight. NAU needs to win, and Idaho State needs to lose, and we're the 6th seed. For the Bears, they need to win, and then Weber State needs to lose, and then Montana needs to lose as well. Of course, we don't want Montana to lose because that wouldn't be helpful for NAU. You follow me on this? So it's kind of a circuitous route, and the bottom line for us is that we need to win this game and then let everything else take care of itself, as in what happens an hour after we tip in Missoula, Montana with Idaho State and the Bengals of IS and the Grizzlies of Montana, because we can't control that. That's out of our hands, James. So for this team, and this will be one of the Findlay Toyota keys of the game, obviously, focus in on the things you can control, and that's this game tonight.
Hey, you now that we could sit here and talk for the next 30 minutes about scenarios and how Northern Arizona can get that 6th seed and who has to beat who. But at the end of the day, if Northern Arizona can't pull out this victory on their home court, then none of that matters.
Right.
Like you said, finish what's in front of you. Worry about that. That's all you can control is right now is how you come out, how you compete. It's senior day here in Flagstaff. It's going to be an emotional day, last home game in Flagstaff for the season. We'll see how they come out. Northern Colorado, they haven't played them in a while. It was the first team they played during the conference schedules all the way back in 2023 in December. So it's been a minute since they've seen the Bears, but it's all about how they come out and how intense and focused they are out of the gates.
Yeah, it was 17 games ago, last calendar year, as you said. It was in Greeley, and it was at Bank of Colorado Arena back on December 30th. And we lost that game, blowing a 12-point first-half lead to lose to the Bears 92-77 in the Big Sky Conference opener for both of these teams. So now, you can just say the bookends here. We opened Big Sky play 17 games ago against the Bears. That's one bookend. We close Big Sky play in the regular season. The other bookend against the Bears here in Flagstaff. A chance to split the series and position ourselves to do some scoreboard watching tonight for the game in Missoula with Idaho State University. The Bears bring one of the best players in the Big Sky Conference. He is clearly one of two players that is in the top of the discussion about Big Sky Conference MVP, talking about St. Thomas. His name is Saint, S-A-I-N-T, Thomas, 6'7", 200-pound junior out of Omaha. Transfer out of Loyola, Chicago. You know, those guys, the Ramblers, with Sister Jean and company. He's averaging a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds. He is a very, very good three-point shooter. And, man, he can score from anywhere on the court. Three-level scorer, can get it done anywhere. James, St. Thomas, when you talk Bears, you got to talk about him first.
Yeah, absolutely. He can fill up that stat sheet, and he's so fun to watch, so smooth, so talented. Like you said, coming over from Loyola, Chicago, everybody is familiar with them these days after that couple Cinderella runs in the tournament a few years back, but he brings experience, he brings a leadership. I'm sitting here courtside watching him. He interacts well with his teammates. Obviously, it's been a full year with them, but he interacts well with them, has that kind of leadership traits and qualities and that presence about him. And then just watching him warm up, first time seeing him in person, there's a lot of smoothness to his game. Nothing seems forced or rushed, and he can do it in a variety of ways, and he does the dirty work as well. It's a lot of fun to watch.
He is arguably, along with Dylan Jones at Weber State, the two best prospects for NBA world out of the Big Sky Conference this year, and there have been a lot of NBA scouts that have been following St. Thomas around to watch him play and make their little check marks on their sheets about how he is yes a prospect, no a prospect. He is definitely in the mix as a potential NBA draft target. And, man, he brings length. He can pass the ball well, too. He's one of the top assist guys in the Big Sky Conference. Excellent defender, both ends of the court. He didn't play but, about 6 minutes against NAU for some reason that we are not privy to, both at the time and even today. He got pulled out of the game at the 6-minute mark, roughly, and sat on the bench for the rest of the game, much to the surprise of all of us with NAU basketball. But he is going to be starting tonight, and he will be definitely a focal point for these Lumberjacks in terms of trying to stop his offensive abilities, his rebounding ability, and his ability to defend. All right, we're going to check in with the head coach of the Lumberjacks, Shane Burkar, after this quick timeout. You're dialed into the Coors Light NAU Lumberjack pregame show on the Northern Arizona Healthcare NAU Radio Network from Learfield. There we go. Michael. Michael. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you. It's always good to be seen when you get to a certain age. Gentlemen, Mitch Stroman here. It's good to see you guys. Kelly, Liam, good to see you again. Come on over, talk to us. You got anything? Yep. I like to be in the light. Thank you, brother. Have a good call. Sure you're not.
Ball as well. Nearly 17 points a game, 33% from behind the arc. He's been lethal this year for NAU.
There's a look at the starting five for the Bears of Northern Colorado. Dark blue on dark blue with the gold Northern Colorado across the chest. And then for the NAU Lumberjacks, this current iteration of their starting lineup has a record of 7 wins and 5 losses. You see Fort Jackson, Basham Lloyd, who is the only senior, even though he's a junior in terms of eligibility. He was honored today. This is the final home game for NAU, so senior day for Liam Lloyd. And we are underway in Flagstaff. Radio television simulcast. NAU first possession. They're going to be going left to right for the radio listeners. Out front is Jackson. Jackson dribbles over to the right side, hands it over to Fort. Out to Lloyd. He was honored again today for senior day. Pass was mishandled for a moment. 8 to shoot, but now Jaden Jackson driving, pump faking, going up to the rim and finishing. Good start for NAU.
Yeah, an impressive footwork from Jackson there. The hop step. Could go for the step through, decides to go to the spin, and then lay it over the front of the rim.
Bears, for the radio listeners, going right to left up into the front court. 2-0 to lead, just underway in Flagstaff, Arizona. Really driving, gets cut off. Here's Thomas. 3-shot, short, no good. Thomas played only about 6 minutes against the Lumberjacks in their first meeting in 2023, December 30th in Greeley, which was a big Bear win. Double down on Carson Basham, forcing him off the block. That's good defense, but he finds Fort, and out to Lloyd. 3-shot, bang. Liam Lloyd, he's a junior in terms of eligibility, but he is hanging up the basketball sneakers. He's getting his degree, graduating, and he is going to go to the next chapter of his life. Knocks down a 3-shot. 337 consecutive games now. The Lumberjacks have knocked down a 3-shot. Here's Reilly in the lane, working on Trent McLaughlin. Little step back and just a titch too strong. 5-0 lead for NAU. Here's Lloyd. His dad, Tommy Lloyd, head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, along with his wife and family in attendance. Jump stop for Lloyd. Out front, Fort. 15 to shoot. Fort driving. Lost the handle on the ball. Abercrombie comes up with it. Good hustle play. St. Thomas attacking. Waits for the trailer. Now the driver, Abercrombie. That'll be a kickball for Carson Basham. 17:52 mark, first half. 5-zip the lead for the Lumberjacks. Hello, Grizz Nation. Great to have you on board. I know you're watching this game right now, as are the Wildcats of Weber. Their nation also watching it. Nice move in the paint. Good finish. Brock Wisney, big man, using that strength of his to get that finish.
He's been playing really well. 12 points per game on the season. 5 straight in double figures for him.
Great to have everybody around the Big Sky Conference on ESPN+. We're the first game of the night. So much on the line. Final game of the season, the regular season. So many tie-breaking scenarios. It's like trying to solve for X in a calculus equation. Here's a 3-shot Lloyd. That's an air ball. Still 5 points on the board for the Lumberjacks, 2 for the Bears at the 17-17 mark. And bringing it up across the timeline, point guard. Reilly. They will start working the half court. 18-footer, Thomas. Nope, too strong. Long rebound, Lumberjacks. We've played 3 minutes. It's a 5-2 lead for the home team. NAU with the ball. McLaughlin calls for the high ball screen. Pick and roll. And kick over to the short right corner. Into Basham. Right block. Jump hook. Money.
And Basham didn't have too big of a game last time these two teams played. 0 points, just 11 minutes for Basham off the bench in Greeley.
Here's St. Thomas. He'll try a 3. That one's short. And the rebound chased down by NAU. Up court pass to Jackson. Kick out. Fort. Drives the closeout, gets into the lane. 7-2 the lead for the Lumberjacks. NAU with the ball up into the front court. Crowd still coming in here on a Monday night. We got a foul here being called on the deck. Foul's going to be called against Zach Block out of Lawrence, Kansas. First substitutions of the game. Checking in, DeJour Reeves for the Bears, and also coming into the game for NAU is Diego Camposano. Abercrombie comes out. Liam Lloyd will also come out.
And these are two teams that like to run in transition, and so far both teams have done a good job defensively getting it back and slowing it down.
In the post, getting under the rim. Couldn't finish it, but a good offensive rebound for Jaden Jackson. Rotating the ball out to Camposano. 3-shot, no. Weak side rebound, Jackson. NAU working the glass pretty well here, James Malmus, but we'll take a timeout here. 15 for our keys to this Big Sky big game. Brought to you by Jeremiah Johnson Brewing Company. Do well. Mitch Stroman along with James Malmus. Lindsay Ridgway with us courtside. Big Sky basketball action. We are, as I said, the first game of the evening. Everybody else will be tipping off just a little bit later on. Several games will be tipping off at 7:02 Mountain Time. Those are on ESPN+. Then a game over on the West Coast involving Portland State tipping off at 8. And we may not know where things stand until every game is done, depending on how things go during the course of the night. St. Thomas getting deep into the paint and finishing right in front of the rim.
Yeah, posting him up this time. Seen a couple jump shots from him this time, getting closer to the rim, more high efficient shot.
Basham hands it over now to Trent McLaughlin. Wants that step back, but nice closeout on him by Zach Block. Around to Jackson, 10 to shoot. 7-4 the lead for NAU. Pull up, mid-ranger. Good. Jaden Jackson He doesn't shoot well, really, from outside of the arc, but inside the arc, 54%. He loves those 10 to 12-foot mid-rangers.
And he's gotten so good at this year, so lethal when he decides to take them.
Reeves. It's a little fadeaway. Nice touch. DeJour Reeves wants to get downhill. Did there, and then this kind of step back and faded away. A little mid-ranger himself. 9-6, the NAU lead. 14:44 mark. Camposano banging in on Reilly. Splits the defense, gets to the rim, and strong finish. How about splitting that double, almost triple team down in the right block, James?
He acted like he was going to pass out for a split second, stopped, and then just powered through. Nice step in. St. Thomas kind of backed off for just a second. Great job going through the contact on the smaller Jerron Reilly.
Well, that'll put Camposano to the line. Diego Camposano is not only NAU's best three-point shooter by percentage, he's also NAU's best free throw shooter by percentage. Third-year sophomore of San Diego. Free throw, good. Torrey Pines High School played some football there as well, along with some volleyball, as a lot of athletic folks tend to do in SoCal. Three-point play for Camposano. 12-6 the lead. Here's Reeves. Dancing. Over to Reynolds, who's checked into the game. Langston Reynolds back to Reeves. Got the headband. There's the step back fadeaway short on that one. Carson Basham reaches up high above the shoulders and yanks down the defensive rebound. Basham over to Camposano. Now to Oakland Fort, 15 to shoot. Works off a ball screen. Pump fake. Pull up. Knocks it down. Another mid-ranger. We got the mid-rangers going on right now in this game, James Malmus.
Who said the mid-range game is dead?
Yeah.
Well alive here in Flagstaff. Great shot by Fort. Might have had the chance to get to the rim. Decided to pick it up, fall away, and knock it down.
14-6 the lead for the Lumberjacks. Here's St. Thomas going to work on Camposano. Double down on him, then backing off on it. Really? Crossover, driving. Gets that lean in. That's crafty. That is a guy right there, Jerron Reilly out of Sydney, Australia, averaging just under 15 points per game in his last three coming in. The lefty that time. Smart, crafty move. Watch on the replay. He'll lean right there in the Camposano to draw the contact.
And it was a great crossover beforehand to get Camposano off balance. And then he doesn't rush it. He goes into his 1-2 kind of Euro step, goes into the body, and then even when he takes the contact, he kind of rises up and he's all under control.
Free throw one good there. Nicely done. He'll check out of the game, get a breather. Zach Block will come in. 14-9, the lead for NAU, 13:26 mark of the first half. And these two teams played each other December 30th in Greeley. 92-77 the win for the Bears in that one. NAU had a 12-point lead in the first half in that game on the road and ended up losing pretty big. That was a second-half explosion of offense for the Bears in their Big Sky opener. It was also NAU's Big Sky opener. Seems like a long time ago. Step back, three-shot. Too strong. Long rebound chase down. NAU will get the ball back thanks to Ryan Abelman. Here's Fort going to work. And he went to work, turning the ball over. Here we go back the other way. Reynolds, trailer block, back to Reynolds. Reynolds, a lefty, had 17 points against the Lumberjacks. First time they played this year. Dump down. Easy peasy layup to the big man, Theo Hughes. When I say big, I mean it. 7 feet tall, 260 lbs.
And Camposano trying to take a charge on that drive there. He fell, hit the ground, no whistle called. 2-on-1 little break for Northern Colorado right under the rim.
Now, can you convert 260 pounds to kilograms? Because he's from England where they use kilograms. I can't either. That was a brick from Trent McLaughlin. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. I can't either. I mean, the metric system, I mean, I've been trying to get with it ever since they said we were going to switch to the metric system many years ago, and it never happened for me. I mean, I don't get it.
No, thank goodness for me, because I would be very lost for a while.
But he's a big man, no doubt about it, out of Brentwood, England. Theo Hughes. Isaiah Kai, true freshman, inbounds the ball. Got two freshmen on, two true freshmen. Say that 3 times fast. Rockwell Reynolds in the paint. He gets the catch. Reynolds does, and just goes straight up. Doesn't put the ball down on the deck. Gets the catch, goes up to the rim, and finishes.
You're right. If he put the ball on the deck at all, even kind of try to pivot his body, it would have taken his shot opportunity and window out. So that would quickly catch, goes right up.
Curling. Block. 3-shot. Bang. Nice curl and good feed to him on the wing for a 3-point shot. 16-14 the lead now for the Lumberjacks. 11.5 to go until halftime. Here's Isaiah Kai, true freshman. Over to McLaughlin on the right wing. Out front to Reynolds. Bounce pass to Camposano. Pick and roll action. Pull up. Mid-ranger. Drops it right in.
And Camposano playing with confidence right now. That last possession, he picked up the assist to Reynolds. This time off the pick and roll, he pulls up for the mid-ranger at the elbow. You don't really see him shoot too many off the dribble.
Reeves fadeaway, drops in another step back fadeaway mid-range. Oh, steal. Nice play. 3-shot, short from St. Thomas. St. Thomas has had a little bit of trouble getting his rhythm going here tonight. And Isaiah Kai got his pocket picked for a run-out layup by Reeves. Isaiah needs to check that pocket, make sure he's got his car keys and his wallet in there. His ATM card, because Reeves just picked his pocket clean. Now they're going to double team and foul him. 10:32 mark, first half. Good one in Flagstaff on ESPN Plus. 18 all the score between Northern Arizona and Northern Colorado. We'll be right back on ESPN Plus.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we offer our deepest condolences to you and your family for your loss. Mitch Stroman along with James Malmus and Lindsey Ridgway. Our score at the 10:32 mark of the first half here in Flagstaff. We're tied at 18. Shooting has not been a problem so far, James Malmus. The Bears are shooting 57%, 5-7 from the deck. NAU, 62% from the deck. And most of those shots and makes are from inside the arc.
Yeah, both teams getting inside right now. Northern Arizona, a lot of 10-foot jump shots, little push shots at the rim, doing their work, not settling for any threes.
McLaughlin from the left wing, 3-shot, rolls over the rim, no good. The weak side rebound pulled in by Zach Block, and he brings it up himself, up the left side of the court. Reeves, the trailer, crafty. Gets it into the big man, Thomas. Gets deep, seals off, uses the window, and gets that shot in to go.
Yeah, Northern Arizona wants Jaden Jackson guarding Reeves. Northern Colorado trying to get those ball screen action, get those switches. That time he gets Lloyd on him, able to post him up.
First lead of the game for the Bears coming here at about the 9:50 mark. 20-18, Bears with the lead. Basham. Outside of the left block. They double on him, so he kicks it out to McLaughlin. 7 to shoot. To the right elbow and out to Lloyd. Ball fakes the 3. He's got to hustle. Get it up in the air. Drops it in. What a play right with 1 second left on the timer.
And both teams just answering each other blow for blow right now. And like you said, Lloyd, right before the shot clock buzzer went off, able to muscle his way into the lane.
Reeves driving. How about that move, but just couldn't quite finish it. Had a little too much English on the ball. Spun off of the heel of the iron. We're tied at 20. Jackson. Going to work on Reynolds. Reynolds, what a move. What a move. Reynolds got off the ground, but he held his ground. And ended up forcing a turnover. That ball comes up out of bounds and knocked out of bounds by Liam Lloyd. How about that move by Jaden Jackson? He was trying to drop step around Langston Reynolds. Reynolds is like, I got this.
Yeah, Reynolds is really good staying on his feet until that last moment where he did jump. But by that time, Jackson was already out of shooting position, just trying to look for a pass.
Really? He's also crafty with the ball. Oh, how about that little pass? Kind of lost the handle on it. He just kind of tapped it to his friend. St. Thomas there to help him out. Dumped down. Wisney can't finish it. Oh, yeah, he did finish it technically because they're going to say it was a basket interference goaltending, and they're going to score it.
Yeah, that one already hit the backboard by the time Basham got onto it. But what Northern Colorado's doing, they're doing that ball screen. They're going to switch for Thomas, and then they'll run pick and roll with him so he has a smaller defender on him, and then that time he dumps it down to Wisney.
22-20, the Bears with the lead. NAU with the ball. Laughlin. Good ball movement for NAU on the arc. Lloyd works around the ball screen over the fort. An extra pass. 5 to shoot. Now it's Jaden Jackson. Out the Ford's going to go deep three. Off the mark, no good. Liam Lloyd crashing glass. Get it to Jackson. Layup no good. And a whistle underneath, though, should put Jaden Jackson to the free throw line. Nice work on the O-glass by the senior Liam Lloyd.
Yeah, and he's being aggressive so far in this game. You see he's playing with a lot of pride. Great job. The pump fake there, getting in the air, takes Wisney out of it and has to force Wisney to try to recover and foul Jackson.
Nice pocket pass from Lloyd to Jackson. Jackson's first free throw. Bing, bing, bing out of the no good. Jackson, 75% at the line. He's scored double figures 4 of his last 5 games. When these two teams first met on December 30th, Jackson had 10.6 rebounds. Sophomore red shirt out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Second free throw money. Whitefish Bay High School, their all-time leading scorer. He was also all-conference in football as a quarterback, wide receiver, and a safety. Thomas, shadowed by Jackson, step back, knocks that one down. Well, he goes, okay, I've got it now. I feel it again. Got off to a little bit of a rough start shooting. Now St. Thomas has 6 points. Knocking down a little mid-ranger. 24-21 the Bear lead. McLaughlin going to work. Got a little bit of a mismatch. That one drops in good from in front of the rim, right in the middle of the lane.
And Block's been doing really good work defensively against McLaughlin, but you're right. He has a little bit of a size disadvantage against McLaughlin. McLaughlin a couple times now just gone into the post.
Thomas, step back, 3-shot. Hits the heel of the iron, no good. If you're NAU, you do not want to let Northern Colorado get a big lead on you early because they have a lot of offensive firepower. Hard to come back against. Oh, nice way to deny the post-entry pass. A turnover. Bears coming back. Good transition defense from Jaden Jackson. Knocked the ball.
Welcome back to ESPN Plus. That man right there, Tommy Lloyd, head coach of the University of Arizona Wildcats. His son, Liam Lloyd, number 21, was NAU's only senior. And U of A is actually ranked number 5 in the country. He took a little trip up here to honor Liam. Back to you, Mitch.
Yeah, and that popcorn looks pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Reeves into the lane. Got good popcorn in the Sky Dome. I'm just going to go ahead. Am I right on this? Can we agree to that? Yeah. Stop, I'm getting hungry. Really, the fadeaway. We're going to have some popcorn. This is a good popcorn game because I think it's going to be close. It has been so far. A lot on the line. Everybody in the Big Sky's watching right now on ESPN+. Get your popcorn out. Enjoy the broadcast. NAU down a point. But Basham's going to work on Wisney. Oh, nice play by Wisney. Keep him away from the rim. And that was an air ball. Back the other way. Bears. Really? In Abercrombie, and now into the big man, Wisney. Goes to work. Gets it done. Brought his hard hat, safety vest, work belt. That's some work down there in the paint, James.
Yeah, great job running the floor by Wisney, creating that mismatch with McLaughlin on him. Basham a little late to the party. That just allows Wisney to take his time, get to his left shoulder, and float it in.
26-23 the lead for the Bears. 5:44 to go until halftime. Here's Trent McLaughlin off the high ball screen, driving. Going to the rim, finishing, left hand, good. Oh, and one. Think about Trent McLaughlin. He's a guy, he's the leading scorer for NAU, number 3 in the Big Sky in scoring this season at 16.6 points per game. And he had 20 points against the Bears back in December when these two teams played the first time. He's a great shooter, but he is getting guarded hard on the catch on the arc. So over the last, 17, 18 games, he's like, okay, you're going to come out and guard me on the perimeter. I'm going to drive you, and I'm going to get to the rim just like that and draw a foul.
You can tell that Northern Colorado does not want him beating them with 20 points again like he did last time. So they're harassing him around the arc, like you said, and then he has that strength and that ability and the fearlessness to go into the rim, get the contact, and finish.
He's now made 70 of his last 80 free throw attempts. It's better than 87%, McLaughlin. Really. Into Hughes. Poked out of his hands. Ball's loose on the deck. Jaden Jackson gets fallen on by Jerron Reilly. And a foul's going to be called against Mr. Reilly out of Sydney, Australia, for kind of just falling down on top of Jaden Jackson, who hustled to the deck to get the loose ball.
And if you're going to be the aggressive one and the quicker one to hustle, you're most likely going to get rewarded with those calls. And great job defensively by Northern Arizona. I believe it was Lloyd that kind of swiped down when Hughes put the ball on the deck, allowed him to come over, help him recover, and then knock it out for that turnover.
26-26, we're tied again. Lloyd at the elbow. Would like somebody to help him. You're not getting it, so you'll just launch the mid-ranger. No good, and a loose ball foul called against Rockwell Reynolds. By the way, have I mentioned yet who our officials are tonight? I don't believe I have. My bad. Referee tonight is Kelly Pfeiffer. Randy Richardson, Michael Greenstein are our two umpires. A veteran crew for a big, important game in the Big Sky Conference. Driving, finishing, getting to the rim. You got to love Reeves. He's aggressive. Again, when he gets downhill, he's hard to stop.
And he averages nearly 15 points a game off the bench, kind of that leading score for that second unit, plays starter minutes. But he doesn't set out for jump shots. He gets, like you said, downhill, puts his head down and gets to the rim.
Reynolds, kick out. Lloyd. Cut. Finish. Layup. Foul. Great pass. Great backdoor cut. Great finish, and a foul on the play, going to put Oakland Fort to the line.
Great backdoor cut, the catch, and then he goes up against the much bigger Hughes, and he finishes through the contact. We've seen already a couple times now Northern Arizona finishing through contact at the rim.
Theo Hughes picking up the foul. That's his first. Team foul number 7, by the way, against the Bears at the 4:36 mark. And Oakland Fort will go to the line. You see in Rockwell Reynolds, true freshman on the Las Vegas Nevada. He's got that, not Rockwell Reynolds. My bad here. Ryan Abelman come into the game. He's got that plexiglass face mask on to protect. He had broken his nose earlier this season, had that surgically corrected, which I can't even imagine how much not fun that was. And now he protects it with that mask. Hughes. Easy layup for Theo Hughes down to the paint.
And great job by Reynolds coming hard off that handoff, and then a couple pivots, got both Abelman and Basham in the air, and a nice dish off to Hughes.
30-29 Bears. Nice, tight ball game, good offense, good defense. Got a good one here. Lloyd wants some help. Gets it from Basham, hands it over to Fort. Under 10 to shoot. 5 to shoot at the center circle. Lloyd calls for the high ball screen, dribbles right, pull up, 3-shot, no. Rebound Bears, up court pass Reeves, he's got a head of steam. Runs right into Liam Lloyd. Going to be a foul call on Lloyd at the 3:44 mark. Let's take a break. 30 for the Bears, 29 for the Lumberjacks. You're watching Big Sky basketball action. No, I'm not going anywhere except if somebody was like offering to give me a hot dog
or some popcorn.
Popcorn, maybe, James, or
I'm easily persuaded.
I could be bought very inexpensively. Okay, a pretzel with salt and some good
cheese?
Spicy brown mustard. No, no. I'm a spicy mustard kind of guy on my pretzel.
Learning so much about you, Mitch.
Inbound to Thomas. Hughes would like to get it back to Thomas, and he does. Thomas, we're in the work here on Liam Lloyd. Gets into the lane. Step back. Nothing but nylon.
That's a pretty move. Muscles his way. Calm, patient, gets to his spot, and then, like you said, the touch to finish.
Oh, McLaughlin just driving hard baseline for the finish for NAU.
And a great head fake as he was acting. He was going to the three-point line. Reynolds just jumped out in the backdoor cut. Perfect pass from Fort.
Coming down to the 3-minute mark of the first half. 1 point lead the Bears as Liam Lloyd tips it out of bounds. Tight one here in Flagstaff. And as you see the numbers, when NAU leads at the half, they're 10-0. Northern Colorado's number is pretty impressive too. Hughes. That's a good look and a good feed. That's one thing about St. Thomas I don't think he gets enough attention for, his passing ability. He is just sharp as a tack with his passes. Oh, nice block underneath. Here comes Thomas. He would love to have a foul call, get a block if he could, please, Mr. Official, and he's going to get it.
And he's, like you mentioned, the passing, he's already got 3 assists. So in transition, like that moment there, so dangerous because he can dish it off at any point. This time he tries to go through Lloyd. Lloyd still sliding with him.
Randy Richardson coming out hard with the call on the blocking. Lloyd trying to draw that call. 34-31 the lead. Here's Reeves with a 3-shot. High arcer, rainmaker, bang. Whew.
And
that one went up.
That's just the 3rd three-pointer of the game so far between these two teams. Second for Northern Colorado. Northern Arizona just has 1.
This has definitely been an inside the arc kind of first half so far for these two teams as Carson Basham will go to work. They've done a good job on keeping him off the block. Fighting his way through the double team. Dumps it off with a pocket pass to Jaden Jackson, who gets to the rim, finishes, and draws Mr. Whistle.
And well, Wisney and Hughes both have such big bodies, it's hard for Basham to try to back them down. There you see him trying to get caught for a moment, but then the wraparound pass to Jackson, who's in the right position as a teammate, and he finishes.
There's a good look at Jaden Jackson. 4 sisters and 1 brother in his family. Free throw good, 3-point play. His dad, Ray Sean, played some football in Northern Illinois. Keeping it close, the Lumberjacks are. Coming down to the 2-minute mark, 37-34, the lead for the Bears. They've got the ball. Here's Reynolds. And a great dump down to Hughes. Coming in on the weak side. Couldn't quite finish. He wanted the dunk, but he's going to go to the line, shoot a pair.
And Northern Arizona went 2-3 zone there, so how do you beat that? Northern Colorado, they put Reynolds at the free throw line. He catches, he turns, and he faces like you're supposed to do. Hughes in the dunker pocket, great pass to him. And then Basham, one of the best shot blockers in the Big Sky, goes up to challenge him. Stops the dunk, but does commit the foul.
Hughes goes to the line. His first free throw drops in good. You want to keep Hughes from getting a 3-point play opportunity. Make him work for his points. He's not a great free throw shooter, 49% at the line. Loves the pick and the roll, and he's the roller after being the pick. Short on the second free throw. Much better thing there for NAU than to have him get a dunk and an and one.
And if you're going to foul somebody, make sure they don't have the ability to get the shot up, and that's what Basham did that time. They saves a point.
38-34 the lead for the Bears. Coming down to the 90-second mark. Curling, McLaughlin, 3-shot, way too strong, no good. Hustle played by Jackson on the baseline, but he saved it right into the hands of Zach Block of the Bears. Hughes. Reynolds driving, Euro stepping his way through, cannot finish with the right hand. Rebound NAU. They're attacking in transition. McLaughlin throws it back to Fort and into Basham. Going to work on Hughes. Banging in, leans into him, goes up to the rim. It's short. That's going to be Bear ball. And let's give the Bears some credit, man. Their defense on Carson Basham has made him uncomfortable in his most comfortable spot, which is in the paint and around the rim.
Yeah, and Wisney has 2 fouls, so it's been Hughes doing the majority of the work here in this first half, and he does a great job just not jumping. He has the weight advantage on Basham, so he just takes the shots right in the chest, keeps his ground, and then don't jump and commit the silly fouls.
38-34 the lead. We got a foul. Oh, no, check it. Double dribble. And it's going to be called against Theo Hughes. He says, but good sir, Mr. Greenstein, I thought I was dribbling the ball appropriately. How's that British accent? Is that any good?
Is that the accent?
That's not good, is it?
About halfway
is
through,
that, is that like
realized.
horrible? They don't pay me enough to embarrass myself that badly. See, he's English, right? So that's why I was doing that. Here's a steal back the other way. Hughes finishing the run out. Strong. He's going coast to coast and finishing. And the Bears have got themselves now a 6-point lead with the shot clock turned off.
And it's a big possession for Northern Arizona. Hold for one final shot. Got to execute going into halftime.
Bears have made 7 of their last 8 field goal attempts. Up 40-34. NAU holding here, maybe for the final shot. Fort, 9 seconds to go in the half. He drives, gets deep, step back, too strong, tap back out to Fort, 2 seconds to go. 3-shot, short, no good. Fort gets it again, throws it up. That wouldn't have counted. I do not believe. Those are critical numbers, I suspect, to kind of keep our eyeballs collectively on here in the second half of this one.
And Coach Burkhardt mentioned the turnovers at the halftime interview. We'll see how Northern Arizona adjusts to it. Getting stops will be important, and there's only been 4 fast break points scored in this game in general, all of them going to Northern Colorado. So both teams have gotten back in transition well.
Well, the radio listeners, Northern Colorado, first possession going left to right. Turn the ball over in the paint on a bounce pass in the lane. And AU coming back right to left. And a kickball violation as Liam Lloyd was trying to bounce one into the paint, into the post, and kicked by Jerron Reilly. Look there at the head coach of the Bears, by the way, on his sideline. Steve Smiley, his 4th season in Greeley, Colorado. As the Bears try and get into the position here to get a 2 seed in the Big Sky Championships in Boise. Into Basham, out to Fort, 3-shot, Fort, no, rolls over the rim, no good, and rebounded by St. Thomas. Really off the high ball screen from Abercrombie, and he's going to go mismatch against Oakland Fort. Oh, Fort just stripped the ball out of his hands, but it goes right into the hands of Brock Wisney, who threw it back to Abercrombie for an easy layup.
And Northern Arizona was ready to run in transition, but you're right, just right into Wisney, and Abercrombie wide open under the rim.
42-34 now the lead for the Bears. And AU must win this game in order to be in the hunt for a bye in the first round of the Big Sky Championships. Bears must win it to get into a position to win the 2 seed. Throwing it up to the rim, short with the right hand, Liam Lloyd. And AU looking a bit discombobulated right now on offense to start the second half. High bank shot, too strong, no good from St. Thomas.
In Northern Arizona trying to find it down low to Basham, but there's just so many bodies in the paint, it's hard for him to get a look.
Basham in the lane, out to Lloyd. Gets his feet set, 3-shot, too strong, no good. Rebounded by St. Thomas. Reilly, crossover drive into the lane. Fade away, money. Timeout, Shane Burkhardt. Head coach of the Lumberjacks, Shane Burkhardt, in his 5th season in Flagstaff. There you see his record in overall games. As the Lumberjacks, there is a look at Shane Burkhardt. We have him covered up by the graphic there for a moment. You were looking just at the graphic and not at the man. We'll stick with the man there. 10-point lead for the Bears, 44-34. McLaughlin wants a 3-shot. That rolls off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Abercrombie. Lumberjacks started hot shooting, have gone ice cold here at 7,000 feet above sea level. Down 10. Wisney in the short left corner. Dribbles out with it, hands it to Reilly. 10 to shoot. Ball kind of was floated, got tipped, but it goes to Wisney, and he finishes off the right block.
Yeah, everything going right now for Northern Colorado. That pass deflected by Basham off the backboard into the hands of Wisney, and then he makes a tough hook shot over the longer Basham.
Biggest lead of the game here, 46-34. Lumberjacks have got some work to do now if they want to stay in the hunt for a bye. Post-entry pass denied over the back. Wisney knocking down Carson Basham. Bears are determined to make sure Basham does not beat them in the paint.
Yeah, and they're willing to let him catch, but they're pushing him so far out of the lane when he does catch. He's so far off the block. It's hard for him to get, and he looks off of it.
Wisney just picked up his 3rd. He takes a seat on the bench. McLaughlin's going to drive, get to the rim, can't quite finish, a little too strong, and rebounded by Theo Hughes. Thomas the Reilly. And a whistle. Down low underneath. Kelly Pfeiffer blowing the whistle. Away from the ball.
Yeah, it was Fort trying to get around the bigger Abercrombie, and he got called for that hold there. Northern Arizona's offense, like you said, ice cold right now. 0 of 5 to start this second half. They have not scored yet.
They've been shut out here in the second half. We're at the 16:42 mark. Throwing into Hughes, and Abercrombie has it at the free throw line. Block. Nobody in the paint, so he brings it back out Midcourt to Reilly. Abercrombie's got a good look at a three off a screen. Off the mark, no good. Rebound chased down by Carson Basham. Bash hands it over now to Lloyd. Runs in the St. Thomas. Gets it to Abelman. Gets cut off by St. Thomas coming down to help. Good defense by St. Thomas. 10 to shoot. Trent McLaughlin. Oh, Basham's going to do a straight line three that hits the heel of the iron. No good. Foul on the loose ball is going to be called as St. Thomas went down hard. This is going to go back the other way. We are going to take a media break here. 15:59 mark of the second half score. Northern Colorado leading 46-34. Big Sky basketball on ESPN+.
If you have a fear of missing out, you might want to start earning.
In Boise, a great city to host the Big Sky. You know, used to be a part of the Big Sky Conference. Boise State was years ago, and they have done a phenomenal job at Idaho Central Arena, downtown Boise, of hosting our tournament now in the Big Sky for the last couple of years. Excited to get back up there again come the end of the week with a ticket to the dance on the line for both the men and the women. Reeves, dump down, finish, Thomas. Bears are rolling. NAU is anything but.
It's the off-ball movement from Northern Colorado, opening up those passing lanes as Reeves kind of caught for a second. Thomas, great backdoor cut on the far side.
We played 4.5 minutes of basketball in the second half. Lumberjacks have not scored a point. They have been shut out. Ryan Abelman short. Ball's loose. On the deck. Bodies on the deck. Double thumbs up. Alternating possession arrow on the jump ball will go to the Lumberjacks. Shane Burkhardt a little nonplussed right now. Not sure what to think probably about NAU not being able to score a point so far here in the second half. Here's a look at the scrum. Bears have outscored the Lumberjacks 8-0 in stanza 2 after leading 40-34 at intermission.
And Northern Arizona just having a tough time getting good looks right now. They're going smaller. Camposano in at the 5 for NAU, but they got to get something open.
Here's Abelman. That three-shot rolls off the rim, no good. Reeves gets the loose ball, and here come the Bears. Reeves in the short left corner backs out with the dribble. Crossover, driving on Armand Matty. His shot rolls off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaden Jackson, and here come the Jacks. 5 minutes of basketball in the second half plus, and no points for NAU yet. Pull up from the right elbow. That ends the drought. Jaden Jackson, the 15-foot mid-ranger.
And Coach Burkhardt going deeper into his bench. McLaughlin, Fort, and Basham all out right now for Northern Arizona. A little bit of a younger team out there.
Boy, no doubt. Got a redshirt freshman, true freshman. Got a sophomore. Reynolds attacking and not able to finish the scoop shot. Rebound by Diego Camposano, who's a third-year sophomore. Jackson goes baseline drive on Hughes. Tries to muscle his way to the rim, and he draws a foul on Hughes, who picks up, let's see, I think that might be his third personal. It is.
And that's big because Brock Wisney already has 3, and he'll head to the scorer's table to check him. But Jackson taking the offense into his own hands right now, has the mismatch on the perimeter, goes baseline, goes right into the body of the shot blocker, helps create that contact and that foul.
Jackson, couple free throws here. First one good. Yeah, you want to go after a shot blocker. The best way to do it, it may sound counterintuitive, is but to go into the blocker. That way you hopefully do exactly what Jaden Jackson did. Draw a foul. Get that body contact, arm contact. But it takes courage to do that.
It does. It does.
Against a 7-footer. Second free throw good. Trent McLaughlin's going to check in. Wisney, as James mentioned, also checking into the game. So both teams right now staring down the barrel of playoff possibilities. Bears could finish anywhere from 2 to 4. Three-shot Reeves. That rolls over the rim, no good. Armand Matty fell down and got that defensive rebound on the weak side. NAU comes up court, and Jerron really pokes that ball, really pokes it into the stands. That might have hit one of the fans right in the head. Everybody okay over there? Ooh. Okay. I believe that's the wife of former Flagstaff Mayor. Running layup good. Chris Pavese. That may have gotten poked in the head. I hope she's okay. Zone for NAU. Going 2-3, James.
Yeah, they cut it down to an 8-point deficit. They've done a great job getting stops, but also limiting the Bears to one shot. They're getting the defensive rebounds.
Really? Trying to find a place in the gap. There's that gap. Jump shot. Nailed it. Mid-ranger, St. Thomas.
And he just got the ball and took it into his own hands. Broke through that perimeter defense. Found that soft part in the zone at the elbow and hit it.
50-40 the lead for the Bears. 12:58 mark, second half in Flagstaff, Arizona. There's Carson Basham with it. Yeah, he's going to kick it back out to Maddie. And he'll drive, get into the paint, and spins off the iron. Hung on the 10 for an eternity before it came out. Now Thomas, pocket pass down to Wisney. Wisney spinning, can't finish.
Couple looks point blank now for either side. Halfway down, just rimmed out. Great job by Madi at the other end, attacking Thomas off the bounce. The true freshman got to the rim.
50-40. The lead still for the Bears. Trent McLaughlin, pickpocketed by Reeves. 2-on-1. What a pass! What a finish! Really? That was a great pick six back the other way on the 2-on-1.
And Reeves gets over a steal a game for Northern Colorado. Just such active hands. You can see it on that possession there.
Over to Fort. Dribble drive. Deep dribble penetration. Kick out. Maddie, corner, three-shot. Bang! Aman, Maddie. True freshman. 6'6", 220. Out of Paradise Valley in the Phoenix metro area. Went to Brophy Prep High School, the Broncos. I did actually see that on Twitter of all. Oh, I'm sorry, X. X, yes. Reynolds found himself a little lane to the rim, and he finishes at the cup. 54-43, the Bears leading. And another steal. Reeves, finger roll, finish, layup good.
And what an impressive steal that was. Just Fort turned the other way. Reeves reached around him and got his fourth steal of the game.
Reeves has been picking pockets left and right. 4 picks already for Reeves. Not bad. In fact, that's really good. Reeves may have had a poke on that one to knock that out of bounds. Timeout on the court. We'll take a break. 10:45 mark, second half in Flagstaff.
This is Northern Colorado, located in Greeley, Colorado, with just under 12,000 students, and they wear the blue and gold, similar to the NAU Lumberjacks.
They
right,
do.
Mitch?
Yeah, they do, actually. Very similar color pattern for both of these basketball teams. The Bears will sometimes wear these gray road uniforms. They did that Saturday in Pocatello, Idaho, in their game at Idaho State University. A couple of different alternate road unis. Into Basham, going to work on Wisney. Goes hard off the glass and draws a foul, and that will put Carson Basham to the line. 2 shots coming for Basham.
And they're going to get that on Wisney as well. That's his fourth personal.
Yep.
Sounds good.
There's 14, number 4, Wisney. Pump fake. And he draws that 4th personal foul. He's in foul danger. Here's Basham, 2 shots. First one good. Carson Basham's out of the Phoenix area. Started at Sunny Slope High School. Vikings, 3 years there. Finished up at Arizona Compass Prep in Chandler. Then started at Pepperdine University, Malibu. 2 years there, 56 games. 37 starts in Malibu. Second free throw rolls off, no good. Decided to come back home to the Grand Canyon State. Played Division I basketball for head coach Shane Burkhardt. for a couple of years near the beach. Oh, what a feed. Block's going to be fouled. Oakland Fort coming just a little late to the party down low, and it's going to cost him a foul.
And he was kind of just guessing, or not guessing, but assuming that Block's going to go out for that three-point play. Overcommitted Block with the backdoor cut. Fort, great athleticism to recover at the rim, but he got him with the body and sent him to the line.
Block to the line. 2 shots for Zach Block out of Lawrence, Kansas. 84% at the charity stripe this season. First one's good. Block at 14 points versus NAU on December 30th. He's been quiet offensively tonight. He averages about 6 points per game. Normally he's a three hunter. Coming into the game, 83% of his shots this season are from outside of the arc. Doesn't go to the rim often. He did there and was able to get some free throws. 58-44 the lead for the Bears. Rolling down to the halfway mark in the second half. Jackson at the elbow, out to Fort. Fakes left, drives right. Up and under, spins it off the glass. Beautiful look, but just couldn't finish. Goes out of bounds. It will be Bear basketball. Right at the 10:01 mark. Steve Smiley knows that his team must win this game. They must win it. If they want the 2 seed, they must win this game. And then they have to wait and see what happens with Weber State and Montana. Reeves Euro-stepping that shot right in. Beauty. Beauty.
That's such a tough follow-away. He was coming down as well as he released a lot of strength, but at the same time, the soft touch off the front of the rim, and it rims in.
60-44, starting to extend the lead here on the Lumberjacks. Basham kicks it out to the corner. Good rotation to McLaughlin. 3-shot. That's off the heel of the rim. McLaughlin can't find the distance from deep. Now 0 of 4 from beyond the arc. And the Bears here can really start to get themselves in a position to make NAU uncomfortable more than they are currently. Down 16. Maddie with it on the left wing out front to Trent McLaughlin. Under 9 to go. A run is necessary. Nice touch pass. Good ball movement. McLaughlin the straight line 3. Found it. Bang.
And the shots have just not been falling for Northern Arizona. Just their 3rd three-pointer of the game. Now 3 of 17. Can't say they're not playing hard because they are, and they're playing physical. The shot's just not going down.
NAU needed that one in a big way. Needed something to give them some spark. Down now 13. Thomas, kick out. Reynolds, rotation to Reeves. 3-shot. Brick, no good. Maddie the loose ball. Lumberjacks going to try to get something going here. Fort out to Maddie. Go back to Fort. Here comes the half-court set. Drive. Fort to the rim. Good finish. Accelerating. Coming down the right side of the lane with the right-handed finish.
And now Northern Arizona starting to roll a little bit, get into the rim, get inside the paint, touch the paint, and usually good things happen offensively.
5-0 run, mini run. St. Thomas will step back, mid-ranger, 16-footer. He has an answer for you. We'll take a timeout.
Plus, this is NAU located in the gorgeous town of Flagstaff, Arizona at 7,000 feet elevation with just under 29,000 students, and they also, as well as UNC, wear the blue and gold, right, Mitch?
Indeed they do. Blue and gold all over the place. NAU cheer and dance squad in the house for the final home game of the season. Hard to believe. Lumberjacks started their schedule, seems like a long time ago, November 6th, at then number 6 UConn, the defending national champs. Now we've made it all the way to March. 2 teams here in the Sky Dome looking for playoff positioning. Northern Colorado wanting desperately to get that 2 seed. Very coveted to get the 1 or the 2 seed. 3-shot, bang! Well, there's Trent McLaughlin. Hadn't seen him for a while.
Comes off that pin down screen, curls it, catch, shoot, even with the contest of Reynolds not affected.
16-point lead has been trimmed to 10, 62-52. Reynolds driving on Maddie. Maddie blocks the shot. Good defense by Armand Matty. Let's see what the Lumberjacks have in the tank here. 6:55 mark. Basham going to work on Hughes. Goes right around him. An underhanded, left-handed scoop shot goes in.
That's just his second made field goal of the game. He's got 5 points now. He's been held in check, but a great move there. No double team or help came, and he took advantage.
Bears led by 16. Now it's a 62-54 lead. Reeves dancing with the ball out to Reilly. Crossover and drive. Lost the ball. That's a pure turnover. McLaughlin gives up that three. Over to Matty. Open look. Three-shot. Bang. Oh, my. What was once a big lead is now getting narrower by a lot. 62-57. Lumberjacks on a 13-2 run, but going to the rim, Reynolds, and finishing strong.
And Northern Colorado trying to get St. Thomas back into this ball game at the scores table, but Armand Matty having his best game as a Lumberjack. It might not show it all in the stat book, but he's out there battling, doing the dirty work, and he's playing hard, which the Lumberjacks needed.
That snapped an 8-0 run, and now a steal back the other way. Reynolds layup, run out good. And Oakland Fort got himself picked a little bit. And the Bears get a couple of quick baskets. Takes a lot of energy to come back from 16 points down. And in March, three-shot corner. No good. Rebounded by Abercrombie. Reilly. Down on the baseline. Back to Abercrombie on the arc. Hands it over to Dejon Reeves. He'll step into the center circle, and they'll set up the half court off the high ball screen. Downhill in the lane. Dumps it off. Oh, what a finish on the layup by Theo Hughes, and we've got a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Timeout being called. Oh, let's see here. Waiting for the signal. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout at the 4:49 mark of the second half. Bears leading 68-57. Linz?
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this Big Sky Championship scenarios. Like we said earlier in the game, everything's kind of up in the air for the men's. Eastern Washington, though, is locked into that number 1 seed, as well as Idaho is locked in at number 9. Sac State is locked in at number 10. Now, Northern Colorado, they can finish anywhere from the 2nd seed to the 4th seed, depending on how not only tonight's game goes, but how others across the Big Sky goes. And NAU can finish anywhere from the 6th seed, which is huge, means a first-round bye, to the 8th seed. Mitch?
Yeah, that is absolutely perfectly described there, Lindsay. Thank you so much. It is complicated with all the tiebreakers that are in place, but we're focusing in on the two teams that are playing here right now, okay? Other teams like Weber State, Montana, Idaho State, Portland State, they're all involved in the mix as well, and there's lots of scenarios with them, but we're looking only at these two teams here. And right now, the Bears, they must win in order to have a chance at the 2 seed. NAU must win in order to have a chance at a bye. Jump stop. McLaughlin thought he might have been hit in the paint, but he couldn't quite finish.
And great response by Northern Colorado on a 6-0 run. Northern Arizona cut it to 5 points, but they've been getting stops and they've been getting good looks on the offensive end.
Thomas is going to go to work on Matty. Big Sky Player of the Year candidate on a true freshman. Uses the window. Win for Matty on that one. Too strong on the shot. NAU the rebound. Still plenty of time for the Lumberjacks, but under 4 to go. They need another run here. Basham. See if he can go to work on Hughes. Jump hook. Good. And one. Wow. That time kind of crashed right into his chest and got the foul call. Score 68-59 Bears at the 3:49 mark of the second half. You're watching Big Sky Conference basketball on ESPN+. Right, that guy in the middle there with the quarter zip pullover. He spent 4 years as associate head coach under former head coach Jeff Linder, who went to Wyoming. turn the reins over to Smiley. Smiley was also a couple years as an assistant coach at Weber State and 6 years head coach at Sheridan College, where he won 152 games there. 3:49 mark. Second half in Flagstaff. Regular season finale here in the Big Sky Conference. This is the final night of the season for Big Sky basketball before we all go to the Big Sky Championships in Boise, Idaho. 3:49 mark. 68-59, the Bears with the lead, but a free throw here for Carson Basham. 7 and 7, you can see on the lower right corner. Too strong, no good. Missed it. Clutch free throws. Need them down the stretch. Gotta have them. 68-59, the lead. High ball screen. Really? And it goes to Hughes. Got the catch. Got behind Basham for an easy layup.
And Northern Colorado just so good at distributing the ball, moving it quickly. 17 assists as a team for UNC.
Now they are very unselfish, the Bears are, on offense. Here's curling three-shot bang, Trent McLaughlin. He is trying pretty much single-handedly right now to get the Lumberjacks back in this game. He's found a little bit of a shooting rhythm here in the second half from deep. They're going to need that. Down 8, 3 minutes to go, 70-62. Really working around with Hughes, a little two-man action. Just kind of going around the big man. There's Thomas, driving. Throws up the prayer, draws that foul against Armand Matty. Time running out for NAU, down 70-62 at the 2:48 mark of the second half. There's a foul by Armand Matty. For NAU, if this lead holds for the Bears, the Lumberjacks will be locked into either the 7 or the 8 seed, depending on how things go in some of the other games that are going on right now, and also a little later on in California. Free throw good.
And Northern Arizona's been able to get it down to 5 points. They've kept it right around 9, 10, 11. They can't get enough stops in a row, and Northern Colorado's going to their stars, St. Thomas. Reeves is back in, who's had a big game for them as well. He's got 15.6 assists to go along with it.
10-point lead, the Bears. Into the paint. Basham mishandled it, throws it up to the rim. How did he get it to go? And draws a foul against the frustrated Theo Hughes.
And that'll be 5 on Hughes as well, so he'll be done. But what a recovery by Basham. Pass kind of went through his hands. It was in between his feet, kind of bobbled for it, got it, and quickly turned to that left shoulder, went up with the right hand, and went through the contact.
He was going to take a seat on the bench. He was 5 of 5 from the field at 11 points, grabbed 3 rebounds in 21 minutes, played in some foul trouble. And now he is off of the game because of fouls. 2:37 to go. Basham. One shot. Perfect. 3-point play, Basham. He'll check out of the game and be replaced by Jaden Jackson as Shane Burkhardt now goes small ball across the board here. Yeah, and full court pressure.
Yeah, more athleticism out there for Northern Arizona.
Trapping Reeves. Frustrating him, and they turned it over. Reeves had it done to him now. Turnabout's fair play. Reeves has been all over the place stealing basketballs. That time he got picked. Good double team. 2:20 to go. 7-point lead, the Bears. Lumberjacks need to capitalize on this possession. McLaughlin working off the screen. 3 shot. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Save maybe? No. Almost saved by Liam Lloyd. Pleading his case to Kelly Pfeiffer on the baseline. Yep, that's college basketball for you. Oh, yes. Here comes Thomas. Down the Wisney. Wisney couldn't finish.
Great defense by Jackson going straight up in transition.
Heartbeat still alive for the home team. Lloyd, 3 shot. Oh, off the mark, no good. Costly miss right there. 1:40 to go. Lumberjacks hopes for a bye, ticking away. And Armand Matty comes and does the foul on Thomas. That is the one guy you do not want to put on the line, although that was not a bonus situation. And AU still had foul to give, a couple fouls to give.
And Coach Burkhardt wanted Matty to foul, get Basham back into the game, provide that rebounding, rim protection, also that offensive opportunity.
Down 7 with $1:34 to go in Flagstaff. So much here on the line for these two teams going into Boise, trying to get that momentum, positivity. Thomas, not to be denied, gets downhill and finishes. 1:19 to go in the regular season for both teams. Jackson pull up, mid-range, 60-footer, rolls off, no good. On a 74-65 lead for the Bears. Bears have come here to Flagstaff. Tough travel from Pocatello. Trust me on this. A lot of snow to get through there. The foul's going to be called on Jaden Jackson. 58 seconds to go in the game. It'll be a non-shooting foul. They still had one to give.
And there's still a lot of time left, but Northern Colorado, they can take their time. They still have 20 seconds on the shot clock, so Northern Arizona has to try to get a steal, or you might have to start fouling down 9.
Well, that was quite a baseline out-of-bounds play. Really threw it in to Thomas. Really stepped in under the bucket. Thomas found him for an easy layup. Back the other way. Fort gets to the rim layup. Timeout. Shane Burkhardt. NAU came out smoking in this one. Got the Bears down early, but the Bears have really dominated here in the second half.
Yeah, they battled back at the end of that first half, and then, like you said, start of the second half, the defense over Northern Colorado really picked up. They were able to build this double-digit lead. Northern Arizona has answered back at times, cut it down to single digits, down to 5, but credit to the Bears. They've been able to keep them at an arm's reach length away, and right now they're in a great position to come out of this one with a victory.
Bears have won 3 of their last 5. They hang on here in Flagstaff. This will be their 19th win of the season. Inbound the Reilly in the backcourt. And a whistle and a timeout called by Steve Smiley as Reilly was trapped a little bit too long for his comfort in the backcourt. You know, for the Bears, this is a team that went 12-20 last season, James, and finished 8th in the Big Sky Conference. And here they are on their way possibly to a 19-win season, and they could now, if they win this game, get as high as a second-place finish in the Big Sky. And they were picked in the preseason polls to finish 8th by the coaches and 9th by the media. That would be called exceeding expectations.
And they've had some turnaround in important positions from last year to this year. A lot of experience gone, including Dalton Connect, who's now at Tennessee, up for possibly National Player of the Year in all of college basketball. But what a great job by Steve Smiley rebuilding, getting key pieces in, including St. Thomas, another star for Northern Colorado, and they've had people step up all throughout the year. Reeves, Wisney, Hughes, they've taken big leaps, along with Block and then Riley and St. Thomas. What additions.
And St. Thomas has another double-double, by the way, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Inbound to that guy, St. Thomas. Tie him up, but a whistle's going to be blown by Randy Richardson. And a foul's going to be called, and this will be the 7th team foul against NAU, so bonus here for the Lumberjacks. Watch as they try to tie up and rip the ball out of St. Thomas's hands, but smart by St. Thomas. Just wrap those arms around the ball, hang on to it. You know you're going to, at a minimum, get a tie-up, and you got the basketball back on that, or get to the line. And
that was a dangerous pass as well. It kind of just lofted it up. St. Thomas standing taller than everybody around him, standing at 6'7". He's used his athleticism, jump up, his strength to grab it, and like you said, keep it out of the opposition's hands. These are just free throws number 8 now for UNC, and now number 9 after that make.
Yep, the make for St. Thomas is now 3 of 3 at the line out of Omaha, Nebraska. Mallard North High School. He was a second-team high school All-American. Went to Loyola Chicago and transferred to Greeley. A couple of free throws from him. Racks up another 20-point performance. candidate for Big Sky MVP. There's the floater in the lane from Oakland Fort with 39 seconds to go. 9-point lead. No time to lose. Got to get a turnover. Stop the clock. Quick whistle here, and that'll be a foul call.
And they had Reeves trapped there. He picked up his dribble, but a great job by him keeping that pivot, moving the ball around, not allowing for the jump ball by the Lumberjacks and forcing that foul.
Here's the tie-up. Trying desperately to get that ball out of the hands of Reeves. Reeves will go to the line, 1-and-1. No good on the first one, no bonus. No time to lose, though, for the NAU Lumberjacks. Fort gets a call as Langston Hughes knocks it out of bounds.
And I believe Ford just dribbled off his foot there, trying to go a little too quickly. He's had a turnover-ridden day.
Didn't go off of Langston Hughes. It was off of Oakland Fort.
That's 6 turnovers now, and I believe the officials will just take a look at it just to double-check.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They'll send the teams to their respective benches here. They're going to take a quick look at this with 30.3 seconds to go. At least that's what they're indicating. Now they say no. We're good with it. We're confident.
And Coach Burkhardt just gave the official thumbs up. I think he said at first take a look at it, but then changed his mind.
Football pass up into the front court to Zach Block. He'll be fouled by Diego Camposano.
A lot of risky passes right now by Northern Colorado. That wasn't the smartest pass. Camposano playing deep has an opportunity at it. Just strong hands by Block, just a tad second late from Camposano.
Camposano going for the interception on that pass. Almost had it. This is still 1-and-1 now. Zach Block will go to the line. Block is 2 of 2 at the charity stripe, 84% free throw shooter. Free throw one good, bonus coming. That makes it a 10-point lead with 29.5 seconds to go. The Bears getting the job done here down the stretch in the season. Second free throw good. Give the Bears some credit. Big win at Idaho State Saturday. Tough travel here. Matty, dunk. Armand Matty ties his career high with 8 points. Inbound the Reynolds. Back to Thomas. Up court, Wisney. Run out. Dunk. 82 points on the board now for the Bears. 71 for NAU. Shot clock off. McLaughlin runs it to the rim, banks it in, and gets the call. He'll go to the line, but 12.8 seconds to go. Too little, too late for the Lumberjacks, who now know in 12.8 seconds what their fate will be. They will be either the 7 or the 8 seed in Boise, which means that they will be playing in the first round on Saturday, March 9th. For the Bears, they'll do a little scoreboard watching as they head home to Greeley. Free throw good. Trent McLaughlin. 19 points for him. That's team high. Inbound in the backcourt. Here comes St. Thomas. Head of steam going. Can roll out the clock. Bears are going to sweep the Lumberjacks this season and put themselves in a position for the 2 seed. Final score, 82-74 here in Flagstaff, as Northern Colorado stymied the Lumberjacks out of the locker room in the second half of this game, James. NAU went, about 5 or so minutes out of the locker room in the second half before they even scored their first point in the second half. NAU made it close. They cut the lead to 5. I think that was as close as the Lumberjacks got in the second half. But then the Bears, they went on a little like a mini 6-0 run at that point and put this game out of reach.
Yeah.